So E-Speed is a priority move getting boosted by the Terra typing. The Terra normal boosts the damage of it. And the 3 swords dances. This is a tough situation to be in. Tylord threatening to set up with a Volcarona, goes for the Quiver Dance. Doesn't just threaten, but goes for the setup. All right, that's a choice-banded Melmetal, as you can tell by the fact that he just clicked Earthquake 4 times in a row versus a flying type because he didn't want to switch. Can Darkrai put the Aerodactyl to sleep and finish out this game strong? Dual Wing Beat, almost KOing, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna count how many times I just got flinched, and then I'm gonna shut up about it for the rest of the night and stop wallowing in my own pity. But what the fuck was that? Flinch number 1. No flinch there. Flinch number 2. No flinch there. All right, we're getting like every other one right now. Then he bails. We're at 2 flinches right now. Flinch number 3. No flinch. We're at 3 flinches. 4. 5. Are we gonna get 2 full hands? 6. 7. 7. 8. No, not 8, not yet. 8. Oh, a critical hit. And a flinch. 9. 10. 11. 11 flinches in a row. Not in a row, but 11 flinches total. And a Zen Headbutt flinch to make it number 12. What the fuck was that? And so first turn, we get a Latios versus Moltres situation. I helped Matt build his team out a little bit this season, so this week, so I know what he's bringing roughly. And in this situation, I'm definitely pulling the Moltres out. I don't find it getting any value versus this Latios, especially Pokemon that can threaten moves such as Surf and I believe Thunderbolt. I think Latios gets Thunderbolt. Moltres decides to go for the U-turn. Super effective damage, doing 40%. It's about 3-hit KOing, while the Latios gets off an extremely powerful Future Sight. I mean, I've never seen such a strong Future Sight. That's kind of cool. And he goes into the Empoleon, which is good. That's kind of what I told him, is that Empoleon is going to be his Latios check this week. Unless he built out his Latios to beat Empoleon, which is not unlikely because in Generation 4, Empoleon was one of the premier Latios checks. So, let's see if the Black Dog knows that, if he's built anything. It appears not. Instead, he uses the Magnezone to trap the Empoleon. The Empoleon luckily knocks off that Rocky Helmet, but if this is Magnet Pull, then the Empoleon is trapped here, and it's fucked. That's really cool. So the Magnet Pull prevents Steel types from switching out on the Magnezone, and the Magnezone has a disgusting matchup versus Empoleon, being able to hit it with things such as Thunderbolt or Discharge, whatever it's running really. If it's Magnet Pull and not Analytic, then it's over, or it could be Sturdy. But I mean, like, this position is so good for a Magnet Puller. He has to have ran it, right? Oh my god, it wasn't Magnet Pull. He fakes the Magnet Pull. That's incredible. I was so scared for Matt Way, but in fact, that was a fake Magnet Pull. Holy crap. So it ends up just being a Klefki tanking a 46% Thunderbolt. Why? Oh, and it takes the Future Sight attack for another 32%. Now, Klefki is in danger of getting hit. Magnezone is threatening this entire team. I mean, with just Thunderbolt and Body Press, this Magnezone threatens to sweep all of Matt Way's team. Thunderbolt critting, the Thunderbolt crit does 94% to the Rotom Wash. It's looking tough for Matt Way in an early way. It's early in this match, and Matt Way is struggling. So he pain splits some HP back. Looks like Murph was expecting a switch, wanted to get that Toxic off, but just Toxics the Rotom, who, in all fairness, is a Pokemon you want to status ASAP. Getting that Toxic down is incredible for Rotom. Matt Way goes for another pain split. Not sure I agree with that, as the Black Dog starts setting screens. It is a light screen Magnezone. Not a set you often see. We know these screens are only going to last 4 turns because the Rocky Helmet was revealed on Magnezone. We know Magnezone is Rocky Helmet because Empoleon knocked it off earlier. So actually Magnezone has no item. As the Rotom is just spamming Pain Splits as the Black Dog puts the Rotom Wash down like Old Yeller. And this is why I don't like to do live matches, because it's kind of slow and boring. But in post, I can just edit this out later. So Chien-Pao ends up being the move. Now, I believe this is a Sacred Sword Chien-Pao who threatens the Magnezone and the Lucario. But the Crunching also threatens the Latios quite greatly. As well as Ice Spinner threatens out the Great Tusk and the Latios as well. Shit, and the Mega Pinsir once it Mega Evolves. So Chien-Pao stands to really just run through the Black Dog's team if played correctly. So he goes to Lucario, likely carrying some sort of Bullet Punch or Vacuum Wave. This kind of priority can really scare Pokemon like Chien-Pao. So he goes into the Moltres, who tanks that beautifully. And now we're looking at maybe like a Will-O-Wisp, perchance, if the Moltres is carrying it. Maybe spreading some Toxic, or throwing out like a Mystical Fire to lower the special attacker's capabilities. That's what's really cool about Moltres, is it's a physically defensive Pokemon that spreads Burn, which cuts your attack in half through Flame Body, but also this move right here, Mystical Fire, lowers special attack. So it's also able to punish those special attackers who want to take advantage of Moltres' weakness. Another Future Sight comes out. What is Empoleon looking to do in this situation? Is it going for another knock? It likes to knock off pretty much everyone except for the Pinsir, and I don't know what Lucario is carrying. Was that revealed already? It's Life Orb. Instead, it goes for the Rocks, which I think is a good decision with the being able to weaken the Pinsir and putting like that murder chip into Latios. I mean, Latios coming out on the Rocks now, it's not doing great. Now, Swords Dance on Vacuum Wave. Vacuum Wave is a special attacking move, and this is a physical attack boosting stat. You have to question what the Black Dog is doing. Is this a Lucario that can beat the Moltres, beating over it physically, but it's trying to go special? And the special attack stat actually gets lowered as it goes for another Swords Dance. The Terra Normal actually helps it take that hit much better. Does it get burnt by the Flame Body? Oh, and the Black Dog gets lucky and doesn't get burned there. Very lucky. Now, Matway is in trouble. Now, Matway is in trouble, and he's starting to look at his options, and I think he sees that he's in trouble. So E-Speed is a priority move getting boosted by the Terra typing. The Terra Normal boosts the damage of it, and the 3 Swords Dances. This is a tough situation to be in. What can the Chien-Pao do? I'm not sure if Chien-Pao is a Pokemon tanky enough to take a hit from a Lucario like this. As the Vacuum Wave doesn't kill the Chien-Pao, but the Chien-Pao goes for a Swords Dance! What are you doing? That was your chance! That was your chance to get rid of this thing, and now it's over. Like, you have nothing to remove it. Holy shit. So, if you're wondering why Matt did that, in the chat he says, what? You're faster? I don't know. I guess he just doesn't realize that Extreme Speed is a +2 priority move. I feel bad because I actually, when we were team building, I told him not to run priority on the Chien-Pao, but it wouldn't have even helped because that is +2 priority. So things like Sucker Punch wouldn't even outspeed that. But I don't know why he Swords Danced there. Oh my god, that's so brutal. And now we're down to an Empoleon trying to sweep this whole team. That's brutal. If I'm the Black Dog, I go into my Great Tusk versus this Empoleon and I Earthquake it. But instead he goes into the Lati once again. Potentially helping Matway with his differential. Matway might be able to snag some kills here. Ooh, the Aura Sphere doing 54% is huge. But Choice. So that was Choice Spec's Future Sight, which was an extremely powerful hit. But the knockoff ends up taking away those Choice Specs, revealing to us what the item was, as well as killing the Latios and making the game closer, which looks better on Mattway's record for the rest of the season and going into playoffs. Is this a Leftovers Empoleon? Yeah, so Mattway really just trying to hold this game together, goes for a Protect to get the Leftovers recovery, hoping it'll let him out heal and survive this close combat, but it's just not enough. That was a fun match. That was fun. There's some cool stuff. I liked the Choice Specs Future Sight. You don't see that. I liked the fake magnet pull. And I liked the use of Moltres. So, here we go. We have Cerulean versus Tylord. Obviously, this is a much anticipated match every season. Cerulean was the Season 1 championship contender, and Tylord was not only the Season 2 championship contender, but the Season 3 championship winner. So this is a very high skill level match. And let's see how it devolves. One thing I'd like to take notice of is I believe this is the first time the Dusclops has been seen this season at all. So I'm interested to see how Cerulean plays it. We get a Urshifu single versus Marshadow lead. As the Urshifu goes for a Zen Headbutt versus the Marshadow, leads me to think that might have been a Scarfed Urshifu. Predicting the Earthquake, he goes into the Tornadus, avoids it, gets a Toxic down on Rhyperior, but then he just Stone Edges and takes the Tornadus early. Not the best trade for Cerulean, who then goes into his Dusclops and starts Shadow Sneaking. I'm very interested to see what he goes for. Tylord threatening to set up with a Volcarona, goes for the Quiver Dance, doesn't just threaten, but goes for the setup. And then Bug Buzzes. This could be a sweep underway already. Doing 20% to Playboy Cardi, the Cinderace, who then KOs with Gunk Shot, stopping the Volcarona sweep. Drapion's on the field, gets a big U-turn off, doing 20% back into the Dusclops. Taking its second Earthquake of the game, a critical hit does 24%, and barely hangs on. A knockoff, a perfect knockoff, but it just hangs on with Dusclops just holding it down so it can get that burn off, cutting the attack power of Drapion in half, who tries the Swords Dance. And now with all that, it's still only doing 30% with those Earthquakes. Now Urshifu, you know, I would have close combated. I would have close combated there. Just looking at his team, like if I'm Cerulean, I look at this team and I see close combat weak, close combat weak, close combat weak. The only thing I'm worried about is him switching into the Marshadow, but you already know he's afraid of having the Marshadow in versus the Urshifu. Now, he's Wicked Blowing continually, really leading us to believe that it's Scarfed, and then it gets poisoned. So he's really only got one turn left to use this thing. If I'm Cerulean, I'm not going for that kill. I'm switching out and saving my Scarfed Urshifu for later in the match. Shadow Sneaking. Rhyperior, now for a Terra Ground boosted Earthquake, is finally enough to take it out. Okay, so let's talk about what's happening here. Pyro Ball connects. Lucky, I seem to always miss those. But it connects and it does not enough to KO, but gets it down to 10%. That should kill at the end of this turn. So, what's going to happen here is he's going to have to play this Iron Treads. And it could go up against Scizor, it could go up against Ampharos, it could even go up against Marshadow. I actually like the Iron Treads matchup versus pretty much everything, but I just have a hard time seeing it beating 3 Pokemon. But Cerulean has shown that he really likes the Quark Drive Energy Booster Iron Treads, which is fast. It's a fast version of Iron Treads, and those stats can't be stolen by Marshadow, I believe. So, with that in mind, let's see how this turn plays out. I think it could be interesting. See, the Rhyperior goes down, the Beyblade Iron Treads comes out, and so does the Marshadow. The Quark Drive does go off, and it can't be stolen by the Spectral Thief, so he takes it away. Goes for a Zen Headbutt. Goes for an Ice Spinner, doing only 34%. The Focus Blast connects, critical hits, KOs. Most people miss their Focus Blast. Tylord, championship material, hits them and gets a critical hit. GG, fellas. Here we are at our last match of the week, we have David versus Dugio, two players who everybody likes to watch because they pull matches out of their butts that they should not be winning and somehow get these wins. And now we're going to see who can Mr. Magoo their way into another victory. Somebody's going to win, and it's going to be one of the Mr. Bean characters. I love you, Luke. I know you're in the chat. That's why I had to say it. All right. Sunday draft. Let's go. Let's see who wins. Are we going to see another Grimmsnarl lead as he has led every single week so far? It is Grimmsnarl, and it is Iron Hands. Okay, so it's just Drain Punching, and Iron Hands once again proving that its Drain Punches just cannot be stopped. He just keeps clicking that button, and it just keeps working. He goes for another one, and it works again. He tries to set up those screens, but lets himself die for them. Keeps Drain Punching, doing 26% now, healing it up. And there he goes. Switches out, doesn't let another Earthquake connect, goes into his Flying type. Continues to try to break the Melmetal. I believe this is a Mega Altaria, and he's making a good choice not... Okay, this must be a... What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on, guys? I can't even commentate this. I can't even fucking commentate this. Alright. That's a choice-banded Melmetal, as you can tell by the fact that he just clicked Earthquake 4 times in a row versus a Flying type. Because he didn't want to switch? Is that what's going on here? And oh, he's saying something in the chat. He says, can you just kill me real quick? He says, can you just kill me real quick? Because what is it? He doesn't want to switch? In versus that Flamethrower, you have a Fire type. You have a Rock type. You have a Water Ice type. Switch something into the Flamethrower. You have screens up. Don't waste... You suicided your Grimmsnarl to set these screens. And then just waste them by not attacking your opponent. Into this Cloyster, goes to the Shell Smash. Would have been better if you had your screens up. But instead you got Hyper Voice. Looks like Dugio has learned. The screens go up. And now we're sweeping. Dugio is the master of the clams, all right? Last season, he ran this clam all season long and won so many games by just clicking Shell Smash then sweeping. But he knows better than anyone else. All he has to do is click Shadow Sneak on this turn, and that Cloyster goes down. And watch him do it. Watch him do it right here. Stance change, Shadow Sneak, dead. Now the Cerule Edge is in. This definitely threatens the Aegislash. I bet it goes Swords Dance. Called it. And now it's looking to sweep. Dreadnought comes in, another Shell Smasher. These two love to smash shells. Close combats, the Dreadnought is dead. Neither player really gets to Shell Smash this game. The Sash gets triggered. The Bitter Blade goes off. The speed goes up. The KO, the full heal? No, only a 61% heal. Bitter Blade restores health based on how much damage you do. Now he Shadow Sneaks the Shadow Sneaker. This is looking bad. We got Shadow Sneaks on Shadow Sneaks on Shadow Sneaks. The Hyper Voice is not enough to KO. The Bitter Blade, not enough to KO either. Gives a little health. But the Hyper Voice manages to get the kill. Entertaining stuff, entertaining stuff. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Aerodactyl Dragon Dance, smart. He doesn't set up. He just goes to the KO when he has it, which is exactly what you should do. Now he Earthquakes, gets the Iron Hands. Can Darkrai put the Aerodactyl to sleep and finish out this game strong? Dual Wing Beat, almost KOing. The Hypnosis connects. Oh, now we're talking the Bad Dreams. Darkrai goes for the substitute. Oh my god. Goes for the nasty plot. What's going on here? Can the Darkrai KO with whatever this is? The Dark Pulse. Flinch! Flinch! Oh my god! It's happening. It's happening. And he gets another KO. Oh my god. This is actually crazy. This is actually a crazy ending. Aerodactyl still asleep. Another sub goes up. More Bad Dreams. Which guarantees another Dark Pulse and another round of Bad Dreams if it doesn't KO. Oh my god. I'm sorry. That was the best game of the week. That's my match of the week right there. Just two guys taking bang, 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 punches to the face on each other. Just swinging.
How many games have been decided by flinches this season? I don't know if I could have beat Era without the flinches I got on her. I don't know if Dugio would have won that without his flinch. Newsflash, he wouldn't have. And we all know Haymaker's not beating me without those flinches. I promise not to be a bad sport about it.